The most difficult thing that I've ever gone through in my life was the years of me getting high and drinking and then going through the process of getting sober. I think it was really rough on my family watching me go through everything that I did. For them having to watch me in the downward spiral was really rough.
I really felt like that was the worst thing that could happen in my life at the time. Thinking that my child might go to jail, or even worse, my child might die.
I wasn't the same person at all. I had completely changed, and I'd say that it was rough on all of us and our relationships. It was a huge strain.
I was absolutely devastated. I felt hopeless. I felt like my life was swirling around me, and it was almost surreal. It's like it wasn't even my life.
I was in general a much more upset person. My emotions were really extreme. I was incredibly happy one moment and incredibly upset or screaming or angry the next.
In looking at some of my own perceptions of what was going on with her, I should have recognized this. I should have seen it. I should have known that things like drinking at a football game at school or getting caught with alcohol at a dance, I shouldn't have written those things off as just being what normal kids do. Instead, I just sunk back into my own depression. It wasn't until things really got bad that I was almost forced to take a look at what was really going on and realize, okay, we need to do something.
And I still loved my parents, I still cared about them, and I still wanted a relationship with them in some way, but I think it's hard being 16 in the first place and then being 16 with a drug problem to really realize that your parents trying to help you isn't them, trying to ruin you, and that's love. I think you're just in such a far-off world of not understanding that you're even hurting yourself in the first place, and let alone that someone would care about you enough to be hurt by your actions. I think the hardest thing really is to admit that you have a problem and to really look at your life and see that you want to change and be willing to change. If anyone's willing to say that they're in a spot that they don't want to be in and that they want help, it's there for them.
No matter how bad you think things are, no matter how much trouble you might have gotten in, no matter how bad you think you might be into drugs, you can change. There's a way out. You can overcome it, and you'll be okay. The advice that I would give to parents that are going through this with a child is that getting your child back on track has got to be your number one priority. Support your child, be loving towards your child. You can help them come out of this. It's hard to not think that you in some way caused this or you in some way contributed to it. Ultimately, you have to forgive yourself.
As much as the guilt is a huge part of it, and as much as it's your baby and it's your child and you gave them life and it's so hard to step back, I think that there is a certain level of being able to make your own mistakes, and letting someone hit their bottom and letting somebody kind of live out and experience their own consequences is really important. And as much as my parents were there for me and they still supported me, I think that them letting me make the decision when it came down to it to be sober was probably the most helpful thing they could have done.
We found a place where my child could do a drug rehabilitation, and it's not just her that had the problem. It was all of us Not that all of us had trouble with drugs, but all of us were affected by her use. So we all began going and participating in that.
I have a little over 2 years sober. The group that I got sober in has parent meetings. My parents have gone and they've become a part of that, and we're all able to be a family again. Looking back at my life, I didn't have friends. I had people that I got high with, or people that I thought were cool, or people that I thought would make me cool, and to really feel loved and to be able to love, it's the best gift I could have asked for.
Now, our lives are so different. I mean, we are peaceful. We communicate without arguing. Allie has gotten herself not only back on her feet, but she's moved forward. I'm extremely proud of Allie now. She's learned honesty, and we can have an honest conversation with each other.
Now, I mean, me and my mom are close. She's one of my best friends. I tell her everything. You know, I enjoy spending time with my parents. That's weird to me that 2 years ago they were crying every night over me, and I was lying to them every day, and you know, they were just at a loss of what to do with me, and that now there aren't any secrets. That's definitely a gift.
I am happy now. I am happy, I am peaceful, I am serene. My daughter is doing brilliantly. She has overcome so much. She's going to be okay.
I'm definitely very happy. I love my life, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.